Verizon Halftime Report.
And welcome back to our New York studio and the Verizon Halftime Report. James Brown along with Dan, Coach Shannon, and Boomer. And the holiday look of the droid by Verizon helping us with the highlights.
Yes, been a turnover fest. The Ravens didn't come to play. The Pats did. 17-0, 3-yard touchdown to Shane Vereen. That's where we are late in the second quarter.
And in that game, Pittsburgh and Green Bay. Remember, Green Bay controls their own destiny. If they win this week and next week, they're in the playoffs. They lead 14-10 at the halftime.
And if the Giants can beat the Detroit Lions, they will knock the Lions out of the playoff hunt and end this what would be a just most miserable year for the Lions.
Shannon, early game.
Peyton Manning, 32 of 51, 400 yards, 4 TDs. This last one, 25 yards. The Julius Thomas puts him at 51, breaks Tom Brady's record. He talks about the achievement after the game.
It's probably just a temporary record. Brady will probably break it next year, so we'll enjoy it while it lasts. But I really feel like it's a team accomplishment.
Yeah, when you look at Indianapolis, they went into Kansas City today, and Donald Brown, who took a pass earlier in the day to score, takes this a nifty run, 51 yards up the right sideline, and the Indy defense created 4 turnovers and sacked Alex Smith 4 times in the game.
Miami needed this game.
Oh, yeah, they did. And Buffalo just dominated them. They rushed for 203 yards. Miami only had 103 yards of total offense. Buffalo wins 19-0.
Vikings and the Bengals.
All right, the Bengals are going to the playoffs 3 straight years, thanks in large part to Andy Dalton. His performance, 27 of 38, 366 yards, and 4 touchdowns. They are now 10-5.
Cam Newton only had 116 yards passing, 1 touchdown, but this was the game winner. 14 yards to Dominique Hickson, 17-13. Carolina wins next week. They win the NFC South.
Dallas and Washington.
And Tony Romo brings the Cowboys from behind. He throws this 10-yard touchdown to DeMarco Murray that gives them a 24-23 win. Cowboys are 8-7.
Hey, guys, maybe Geno Smith's best game of the season. He threw for 2 touchdowns, ran for a touchdown right here. Many are speculating that this could be Rex Ryan's last home game as
Please
New York
keep
Jet
Rex.
head coach.
Please
they are
keep
7-8,
Rex.
an amazing
And
season.
Tennessee had 182 yards rushing in their game win, and the St. Louis Rams had 7 sacks.
All right, take a look at the AFC playoff picture here, guys. Denver has got the 1 seed right now, waiting to see what happens to New England. If New England wins, they'll stay in the 2 seed right there. Miami obviously falling out of the playoff hunt right now. Baltimore needs to come back.
And you look at the NFC right here. I mean, you got right there Carolina with their big win today. They control their destiny as a number 2 seed, and we still have some things to go in the NFC North with with Dallas, Detroit, as you can see, Chicago, and Green Bay Packers.
Verizon
That's confusing.
continues. Hey, but he's got it now.
It's confusing.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report. Never be without football. Get coverage of every NFL game on NFL Mobile from Verizon.
Why do we love football? Thousands of people have shared their stories for a chance to win the trip of a lifetime to Super Bowl 48. NFL Films is proud to present 10 finalists. Now it's up to you to choose the winners. Watch their stories, vote for your favorite, and help make a dream come true. Vote now at TogetherWeMakeFootball.com. We make you easy to find. We make matching permissible. We make the most popular mall Santa in Pittsburgh. We make your favorite layer. We make it worth being good for 364 days. We make changing your last name one thing, but your team another. We make thousands of things that are more than just things. NFLShop.com. Together, we make football.
Never be without football. Get coverage of every NFL game on NFL Mobile from Verizon. Call ** NFL to download it now. Data rates may apply.
We're back at Lambeau in Green Bay where the Packers lead the Pittsburgh Steelers 14-10. We'll return to Green Bay after this message and a word from your local station as you're watching the NFL on CBS. Flynn, Boykin, touchdown. Roethlisberger, that is a touchdown. Grabbed by Emmanuel Emmanuel Sanders. He's chased, and here he goes, and hurdles in, flies for 6.
Melissa McCarthy and Billy Gardell star in Mike and Molly, CBS Monday, 9/8 Central.
Madden NFL 25, rated E for everyone. Xbox, official game console of the NFL.
At NFL Network, we make football, and we make it 365 days a year. We make what you wake up to in the morning and rush home to at night.
A huge day in the NFL.
We make it about the ones you'll never forget.
Sometimes you just gotta look to the heavens and say, wow.
And the ones you don't know yet. Together, we make football, and football, and football, and football.
It's going crazy.
NFL Network. Together, we make football.
For the holidays, receive $100 off a Galaxy Gear with the purchase of a new Galaxy Note 3 or Galaxy S4.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
Hey, Adam, we're going down on the field to throw the ball around. You want to go with us?
Oh, I'm going to pass.
NFL Monday QB, tomorrow at 6:30 on CBS Sports Network.
Google Nexus, Samsung Galaxy Tab 3, Nabi 2. Great choices, guys.
Pretty high tech, huh?
And buying these tablets with your Walmart credit card is faster than warp speed. You guys are gonna be like the family of the future. Man, the future's gonna be so cool. Everybody has jetpack tennis shoes.
Own the season. Get the hottest tablets for the whole family. And now you can save $25 when you open and spend $75 today with your new Walmart credit card account. Offer valid through 12/31/13. Apply today. Subject to credit approval. Walmart.
Green Bay by 4 at halftime over Pittsburgh here at Lambeau. And in that first half, Eddie Lacy got a handoff from Matt Flynn and brought a roar from the crowd. Football like you've never heard it before. Presented to you by Sonos. Kevin Harlan, Salman Wilcox, thanks for joining us. Some of your first half thoughts in what has been a game that has not disappointed at all.
No, it has not. Both teams, of course, trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. And what did Matt Flynn tell us? That he wanted to get off to an excellent start to begin this game, and that's exactly what they did. He was able to get his team into the end zone in the first quarter, getting a touchdown toss over to Jarrett Boykin. But Ben Roethlisberger, he brought his team roaring back with the touchdown toss to Emmanuel Sanders, and Eddie Lacy refused to be outdone. A 14-yard jump going right over the top and into the end zone. We've seen excellent performances from both rookie running backs. Le'Veon Bell, 71 yards rushing. Eddie Lacy, 68. So both teams are doing an excellent job of really maintaining time of possession and not turning the football over. I think it's imperative on a day like today. Bad weather, feels a little wet, a little slippery. Both teams are protecting the football. We don't have a turnover in this game so far.
So the Steelers come in having lost 2 of their last 3, but a bigger picture, if you widen the screen, they've won 4 of 6. Look at Matt Flynn, who goes with Ben Roethlisberger head-to-head today. There is the injury to Clay Matthews that lingers from the first half. We'll see if he returns in the second. There is the injury to the other linebacker, Brad Jones. And we'll see if he returns for the Green Bay Packers, who will kick off to begin the second half. Mason Crosby and Felix Jones, and we're underway with our third quarter in Green Bay. And hit by Jennings and ridden out of bounds. 12-yard return. And let's take a look through 30 minutes of football at what these teams have done.
You know, the offenses have not had their way completely. You can see Ben Roethlisberger and the Steelers have had to punt on 3 of their 5 possessions. Did get a 7-yard drive, or should say 7-play drive for 73 yards to score a touchdown, and then on their final possession of the first half had to settle for a field goal.
So with a couple of injured starters, Jones and Matthews, the linebackers Jamari Lattimore along with Andy Mulumba, who is a rookie from Eastern Michigan, and Roethlisberger with a 1st and 10. Quick bullet. Antonio Brown makes the catch with the tackle made by Sam Shields. An 11-yard pickup for Antonio Brown.
Excellent timing on this throw. Watch how Brown wins the inside position. Beats the linebacker. You can see Lattimore out of position, but Shields, nice tackle, not allowing yards after the catch by Brown.
Brown, 4 catches and 71 yards this afternoon. He's been great and had a punt return in the first half of 41 yards. It is a 1st down and 10 for Roethlisberger. Moving up, buying time, dumps it off. Brown got a block from Bell and works his way to the sideline. He picks up 6 right there. Roethlisberger can extend these plays.
On the previous play, look at that right there. See, Ben's wincing in pain as if he hit his hand on something. And, you know, on a cold day like today, Kevin, when you're down on the field, you could just bump your hand with the slightest of touch, and it's going to be very painful.
You feel everything.
You do.
2nd down and 4. Roethlisberger had a 1-yard touchdown pass earlier. Here comes Le'Veon Bell, and there's just not a whole lot there. He does pick up 3. He's near the 45 and still about a yard and a half shy of the 1st down with the tackle made by Morgan Burnett. You know, when you think about what Mike Tomlin has in Roethlisberger, a quarterback who can make a play that should be quick, extend if the receiver is not open.
There's no doubt, and that's what they want. They want him to get rid of the ball quickly, but he's still allowed to use his ability to make plays. And you can see right now it's this Packer defense making plays, stuffing the run.
It was a 3rd and 1, and they don't allow anything right there at the middle of that line. They had Mike Neal, among others, making the stop. Pittsburgh has got to punt, and we just received word that Emmanuel Sanders has a knee injury and may not return for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, that means Marcus Wheaton now has to step up, the rookie. And that's why they have him, and he has been improving as of late.
And he only has 6 catches coming into this afternoon. The punt from McBride. And a fake, as you see, wanting to throw and going deep, and he's got his receiver. It's the tight end, David Paulson. And a fake and a good one. Banjo stopping the tight end, David Paulson, with his 6th catch of the season. He started early in the year when Heath Miller was out and comes up.
Will be added to the end of the play. 1st down.
So a penalty on Green Bay on top of the gain and a fake right there.
Wow. And with playoff hopes on the line, you can see Danny Smith, special teams coordinator, smiling. He's happy. And look, he's going to come from here and then go out as they're going to roll out right there. He gets to the 2nd level. You see him, he releases inside. Everyone thinks that others are eligible to catch the ball, and he just gets behind everyone. Just a well-designed play to get Palmer to the 2nd level, creating a new set of downs.
Paulson with the play and the catch, and Danny Smith, who's been around the league a long time, a guy that usually chomps a lot of gum. That's going to call for a new stick right in the mouth.
Absolutely.
Nice job. Nice call, and now threatening with a 1st and 10, the Pittsburgh Steelers at the 13 of Green Bay. Again, extending the play, and Roethlisberger galloping for 6. What a play by Ben Roethlisberger. That is his 1st rushing touchdown this season, and he's just given the Steelers a lead.
We were just talking about this, Kevin. We were saying they want him to get rid of the ball quickly. Good timing and release. But when the coverage holds up, watch how the defense breaks down and see Ben's ability to extend the play, and he just splits the defense. He catches Lattimore out of position, cuts back, and scores the touchdown.
13-yard rushing touchdown by Ben Roethlisberger. has put the Pittsburgh Steelers on top by 2 at the extra point coming up. He's done it all. He has played some terrific football the last 6 games. And now 17-14, the Steelers with the lead. And all this began with the punter McBriar hitting the tight end on the fake punt Paulson. They picked up 30. Then Roethlisberger rumbles for the touchdown.
At Southwest, we pride ourselves not only on what we do up here, but also down here. Up here, down here. Up here, down here. Back up here, and back down here. Even though we're an airline, we do some of our best work on the ground. If it matters to you, it matters to us.
The Intel-powered 2-in-1. The new guy got it for spilling coffee on his old computer. A tablet and laptop in one? You've been asking for a new computer for years. Are you going to watch things happen? Or make things happen? That should do it. A laptop when you need it, a tablet when you want it.
Jared, the Gallery of Jewelry here, and yes, I'm talking to you. Mike here needs a honey, I love you even more than the day we got married necklace. Well, my truly unique selection is larger than ordinary jewelry stores. There, that's why he went to Jarrett.
What are you doing?
Training for the Miller's Marathon.
The Miller's Marathon isn't a race.
Oh, should we tell him?
Yeah.
The Miller's Marathon, Thursday after the Big Bang Theory.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
Matt McBriar has played 10 seasons in the NFL. The punter on the right, he had never thrown a pass until right there. He was signed at midseason, replacing the original punter, Zoltan Mesko. He was let go. McBriar was signed, and he just threw a pass of 30 yards, and then Roethlisberger runs it in from 13, and the Steelers going for broke in a game where they probably figured they have nothing to lose. About 4 things have got to happen for them to get in, come up with a huge play, and they take the lead.
Sometimes you have to be a riverboat gambler. When the playoffs are on the line, the fake punt, you throw it to the tight end, and then the late hit by Stoneburner gives them an extra 15 yards on the play, setting up the touchdown run by Ben Roethlisberger. We told you he's been doing less of this and making more plays with his arms, but with everything riding on it, you go for broke and run it in yourself.
The Packers down for the first time. They've won 2 consecutive games coming in, 2 one-point wins, and here they go, 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Bakhtiari the block at the left tackle, sitting at the left guard, and that's going to overshoot Jones, streaking down the sideline in the coverage by the veteran Ike Taylor.
And we told you that Matt Flynn and his offense, they got off to a really good start. Had to go 3 and out on that first possession, then go 13 plays, 87 yards to set up their first touchdown of the game. They scored on 2 of their 5 possessions, had to punt on 3, but they're running the ball very well, having excellent balance on offense.
With the 2nd down and 10, this is Lacy. The block by Lang, and you see Polamalu, and at the bottom of the pile, Ryan Clark around his ankles, and a gain of 7 for Eddie Lacy, and they'll put the ball at the 27.
And this is where the Steelers defense has to beware of Mike McCarthy's offense here in the second half. Last week against Dallas, they scored 34 points, had over 300 yards total offense in the second half of that ball game on the road. Dick LeBeau well aware of the adjustments they will have to make.
6 in the secondary now for Pittsburgh, 3rd and 3. Boykin, who is hit by Cortez Allen, and we'll see if they got the first. Where's the spot? They had to get right to the 30. They pick up 4. They get it by a yard. They'll move the chains.
This is what you got from these Packers last week. Look at that, 5 consecutive possessions to score touchdowns, and then at the end of the game, they just took a knee, Kevin. But they got red hot with Matt Flynn at quarterback for this Packers offense.
Running back is James Starks on 1st and 10. And with a block by Lang, he works into the grasp of Lawrence Timmons with the gain of about 4 and put him at the 34-yard line.
I spoke with Dick LeBeau. He told me that he felt the Packers had the best 1-2 punch at the running back position between Eddie Lacy and James Starks. He felt like both guys were slashers, both can break tackles, and if you get to the second level, they can outrun your safeties to hit the home run and take it to the house.
We have a 2nd down and 6 for Flynn, and Starks remains. And incomplete. Whistling over the head of the double team Nelson on the cross. It'll be 3rd down and 6. So if Green Bay wins today, they've got to play Chicago next week at Soldier Field. And this is what these 3 teams that have all been near the top are looking at as we go into this final weekend of the year.
And the Lions are losing by 3 at home to the New York Giants. And so if you're Green Bay or Chicago, you just got to take care of business. It's interesting, though, both teams have to win both games, but that's going to be impossible because they'll play one another in the final week of the season.
And Chicago tonight will take on Philadelphia. 3rd and 6, and here they come, and another sack. And a flag is thrown on the play, and this one is authored by Stevenson Sylvester. The 3rd sack, and for Sylvester, the 1st for him this season. And he was questionable. Last night, talking to Mike Tomlin, they didn't know if they were going to make him inactive. They kept him alive, and he starts with a big play there.
Fouls by both teams on the play. Holding, number 69 offense. Illegal use of hands in the face, number 97 defense. Those fouls offset. Replay 3rd down.
Green Bay had sent their punting unit out onto the field, so wipe away the sack. And as you heard Carl Cheffers, they'll replay.
There you see right there. There's a hand to the face. Bakhtiari had the holding on that play as well. It's actually a break for the Green Bay Packers, as if the play never happened. You get 3rd and 6 all over again.
Temperature continues to drop here in Green Bay, and Sylvester button up things once again and getting ready to go. They are having some problems on where to spot the ball. It should be at the 35, and now that is where they lay it. Clay Matthews has been ruled out for the rest of the game, re-injuring that right thumb that he injured initially week 5 here against Detroit.
And making a play, getting a sack on Ben Roethlisberger, their only sack of the game.
It's 3rd and 6 for Green Bay with Kuhn back there. And Kuhn, he's got the 1st down. Takes it into the secondary, belted by Clark. He picks up 9, and for Kuhn, just his 8th carry of the season, but it couldn't have come at a better time, and he moves the chains, and a flag is down. It was back at the 32.
Looks like they're going to pick it up.
Well, they are, and it just fell out of his pockets. He was trying to keep his hands warm, and when he brought his hands out,
there are a lot of hands in pockets today, right?
That's right. 1st and 10. After Kuhn, that was deflected at the line, and almost the subsequent pickoff. They got right in the grill of Flynn. It looked like it might have been Cameron Hayward.
He has blossomed into a playmaker on this defense. One of the young budding stars on this defense. You could see him getting right in the passing lane of Flynn. Flynn's a little bit frustrated, but you know, Mike Tomlin believed that these young players are now beginning to learn this defense and starting to make plays.
8th play of the drive, 2nd down and 10 for Flynn, being chased on the play by Worlds, and incomplete, almost uncatchable for Nelson. Another flag has been tossed on the play.
Say there was going to be holding on Pittsburgh on one of the DBs.
Holding, number 93 defense. 5-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
Worlds picks that up for the defense of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
They caught him on the misdirection stuff. Check it out at the bottom of the screen right here. As you try to get the tight end release, he's holding them because he knows that he wants to get away, and he eliminates him as a pass option for Matt Flynn.
Frustrating to a guy like LeBeau.
Second penalty that they've had that's taken away what could have been a good play for the defense.
It is a 1st and 10 for Flynn. They want the screen pass, and Bakhtiari got held up with his block. They were looking for Lacy. It's incomplete, and it's 2nd and 10 for Green Bay.
And Ziggy Hood was applying the pressure on Matt Flynn.
Ziggy Hood was replacing Kiesel, had been starting all 3 defensive line positions, have named him a starter one time or another this season. You can see the passing and the throwing, and this would see counter, but the coaches told us that with a 2nd and 10 handoff here to Lacy, and Polamalu is right there and bringing him down after a gain of 3. I mean, common sense would say, day like this, keep it on the ground, keep it secure. We've seen good running, but both teams are throwing the ball.
Well, they are going to throw the ball, but you notice you're not getting a lot of throws down the field.
That is true.
Probably the biggest throw came from McBriar on the fake punt. But most of these are the short variety, allowing receivers to make yards after the catch, running the football. And so I think you limit the potential for a turnover there.
Longest completion was 36 yards to Antonio Brown earlier in the game. Here's a 3rd and 7. That is caught. And Boykin gets it down to the 39. He gets the first down by about 1.5 yards. He picks up 9 on 3rd and 7. And the drive stays alive for Green Bay.
And this is where Mike McCarthy's offense, I think, is doing a little bit of a better job of manufacturing plays. Quarterback staying alive. I can't say enough about this offensive line and how much they've improved here in Green Bay, protecting Matt Flynn so he can get the ball out of his hands, allowing these receivers to break tackles and create first down.
From the 39, good fake. And down the sideline and out of bounds with the coverage on the play by Taylor. Incomplete pass to Jones.
You're talking to Dick LeBeau. He was talking about Matt Flynn and kind of compared him to the Cincinnati Bengals quarterback, Andy Dalton. Believes he's better getting the ball out of his hands very quickly on the short, quick passing games, but tends to struggle with accuracy throwing the ball down the field.
Saw the numbers on Flynn, and here comes Lacy. And a good open field tackle there by William Gay, allowing Lacy just a gain of 2 yards on the play on a drive that started back at the 20. Biggest play, 11-yard pass to Boykin, and a new team record, beating John Brockington's number of 11:05 after he left Woody Hayes' Ohio State program back in '71.
Not bad for the 61st overall pick in the draft, right? You could say the Packers are kind of hit pay dirt there.
I think the Steelers feel the same way with Bell.
Absolutely. They're both happy with their selection.
13th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Incomplete. Only one catch today for Jordy Nelson. Good coverage right there by William Gay. Wide and incomplete. And as the snow is picking up, the Packers bring their punting unit on the field.
It's the second time we've seen Flynn try to get the ball over to Nelson, and Gay is doing a real good job matching up in man-to-man coverage. You can see right there, just right in the hip pocket of Jordy Nelson, forcing the punt. Right now, Flynn's getting a little bit frustrated, wanting more out of that possession.
Yet the Packers are 6 of 10 on 3rd downs this afternoon.
Aided by a couple of penalties as well.
Mastay, he'll send it inside the 5 with a great Packer bounce down at the 2. Mastay with his 22nd punt inside the 20. A 34-yarder with some good English on it. And now the Steelers marooned deep in their own zone.
Be Santa. Get the Macy's Always Perfect gift card, the surprise gift everyone loves. Choose your amount and get them at any Macy's or at Macy's.com. It's perfectly easy.
Holiday traffic.
Here with my fiance's family instead of watching the game. Now I'm rethinking joining this family.
What? Fight fear of missing out on football. Download NFL Mobile and get live NFL games every Thursday, Sunday, and Monday night, exclusively from Verizon.
As your life changes, Fidelity is there for your personal economy, helping you readjust along the way. Refocus as careers change and kids head off to college, and revisit your investments as retirement gets closer. Wherever you are today, Fidelity's guidance can help you fine-tune your personal economy. Start today with a free one-on-one review of your retirement plan.
Last play of the game, folks. Manning throws. Touchdown.
Hey, Peyton, what are you doing?
Tossing the dough. Just like you said. You want to throw one?
For just $11, get Papa John's new Chipotle Chicken and Bacon Pizza. That's right, only $11 for a large. Plus, try our new Mega Chocolate Chip Cookie, just $5.
Nice and smooth. Peyton?
I'm good.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. Fidelity Investments. Take control of your personal economy. And by Papa John's. New Chipotle Chicken and Bacon Pizza.
Somewhere there is a mother shaking her head and wondering why.
I've seen a few of those running around here, though. I tell you, the cold does not bother the people around here.
Hawk slows down Bell, finished off by and a fumble on the play. Green Bay says they've got it. There's no ruling on the field.
Looked like he may have been down. Officials are going to talk about it. They didn't even know the ball had come out until the Packers players responded with excitement. Now they're going to talk about it, see what they decide.
The ruling on the field is the runner's down by contact, second down.
Oh, that took a while. Let's see here, Kevin. Let's take a look at it. Here's Le'Veon Bell. He's just trying to get out of the end zone there. You can see everyone's just clawing and still. Oh, that one's going to be close. I thought I saw that ball come out before the knee hit.
And there goes the challenge.
Yeah, there's Coach McCarthy says, yeah, we'll see about that.
Lattimore and Hawk were the ones with the initial hits on Le'Veon Bell.
Now remember, you need conclusive evidence to overturn the call on the field. It was ruled, the runner was ruled down by contact before the ball
Green Bay
came
is
out.
challenging the ruling on the field, and the runner is down by contact. We'll review the play.
Green Bay is going to challenge it. Hawk, Lattimore, and the ball is out and under review.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
Oh, louder than a lighter, 'cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar.
After review, there is a reversal. The runner was not down by contact, and there was a clear recovery by the Green Bay player. It'll be first and goal for Green Bay at the 3-yard line. Please set the game clock to 6:26.
Tramon Williams recovered the ball.
Wow, it's a big one. Let's see, right there. See that ball right there, Kevin? And the knee's not down yet. And that's what they saw. That was enough evidence to overturn it.
It's the first turnover of the game. Hawk with the initial hit. Lattimore got him up high and jarred it free. And Le'Veon Bell fumbles right there.
He's had a good game so far. He's going to have to pick his head up, come back out, and show the kind of resiliency we've seen from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Right now, he needs some help from his defense to bail him out.
First fumble of the season for the rookie. Raji is in. Lacy. Oh, and a great defensive play coming through from the linebacker core, the rookie, Vince Williams. Another tackle. It's a knockdown of 2 yards right there, and they push him back to about the 5.
And Troy Polamalu, he has a good sense for these things coming over the top. And then watch 98, watch Williams. He's able to knife through. But with so much attention having to be paid to Troy Polamalu flying over the top, it allowed Williams to detach and get penetration for the tackle in the backfield.
Lacy out. There are multiples you see at the receivers. Second and goal at the 5. Flynn throws it away. Boykin and C. Nelson covered on the play by Taylor and by Gay, respectively.
Good coverage initially by the secondary members for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Flynn had nowhere to go with the ball. Just trying to show some athleticism, which the Steelers talked about, said that he's more athletic than you think. As he started to move around, defenders started to close in. I thought he made a good decision just getting rid of the football.
Watch for Nelson. He's in the slot atop the screen. One of the best red zone receivers in the league. Third and goal at the 5. Flynn. And looking for Corliss. The coverage by Will Allen. And now they'll have to try for 3. And the Steelers do their job and hold him out of the end zone.
Huge stop by the secondary members for Dick LeBeau. They did a great job of defending the goal line. You don't want to get so deep into the end zone on these pass coverage deals where you allow receivers to get in front of you to make the easy catch. They had great position, forcing Flynn to throw it away.
Vince Williams led it with the first big defensive play, throwing him for a loss of 2. Here is a 23-yard field goal, and it's blocked! It was blocked by the Pittsburgh Steelers. The lateral goes from Clark and then bounced around by Hood and out of bounds. And the Steelers block with a flag thrown.
Wow. This is just an excellent job by the special teams. First by the defense getting the stop. And there you see the block right there.
Hayward, I think it was Cameron Hayward, 97, who got his hand on the ball.
Both he and McClendon were in the area.
Crosby had made 23 consecutive field goals inside 40 before that. But the flag, huge. As the Packers are trying to tie. And they had the ball first and goal at the 3.
And that's just a great job by the defense to get the stop. And then by the special teams to block the field goal.
That's the first, but again, we're seeing some terrific special teams engineered by Danny Smith, who's fake punt call and a long completion of 30 and more gum in there. That's right. Keep feeding it. Keep getting in there. Yeah,
it's
right.
Working for him, isn't it?
Crosby has not had one block since 2010.
I think there's going to be a penalty on the Steelers for batting the ball forward.
There's no foul for holding during the loose ball, but there is a foul for illegal batting, number 96 of the defense. That foul will be enforced from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Ziggy Hood. Yeah, that's what a lot of Steeler fans are saying right now. Are you kidding me?
Well, he batted the ball forward, and he was just trying to get it out of bounds to keep the Packers from recovering the ball. He thought he was doing the right thing, but he batted the ball forward.
Watch 97.
Yeah, see, I think it was actually McClendon, right?
I think it might have been McClendon.
See that bat right there. See, he hit it forward, just trying to get it out of bounds. It was a smart thing to do, but that's an illegal bat of the ball by pushing it forward and down the field.
And the explanation. which they're not going to like.
And now they're going to have a conference. Maybe Mike Tomlin won his appeal.
The batting of a ball, as the rule book states, is an automatic first down. And it came after the block. Tom Simmons.
This is a long conversation. And let's take a look at it right here. There was the pitch back. Now watch. Here's the bat. See, he pushes it forward. And they're saying that's an illegal batting of the ball, which constitutes a first down for the Green Bay Packers.
And the line judge on the left there, Tom Simonette, is the one who saw it, threw the flag, and then interrupted the conference.
And they never really gained true possession of the football, Kevin. The Steelers did. I think there was one player who actually picked it up and then lateraled the ball
ruling
back.
on the field is the ball was never possessed by Pittsburgh. That's why the enforcement of the penalty is during a loose ball. It's from the previous spot, half the distance, automatic first down for Green Bay.
Wow.
So you were right on the possession call, and there was no clear possession, obviously, after the block.
Okay, now let's take a look at it. It was blocked. If there's one player who picks up the ball and pitches it back, right here. See, now that's possession. That is possession right there. So I think they need to look at that because it looked like Ryan Clark had possession of the ball and tried to lateral the ball back to William Gay.
Now he is challenged.
And that's why he's going to challenge it, because possession did change hands. After the kick was blocked, you could see that it was the player who picked it up. It was Ryan Clark who actually picked it up. And at that point, the Steelers gained possession of the football. Right here. See, once he picks it up, it's Steelers ball. See, he has possession, and now he pitches it back.
Possession in the field of play is not a challengeable aspect of the replay.
Well, it ought to be.
The ruling on the field stand is called. First down, Green Bay.
Wow. It ought to be.
Well, Jeffers is getting a workout with the rule book.
Let's take a look, and you be the judge. And ask yourself, is Clark, is his knee down before he pitches it? See, his knee is down right there too, Kevin. He certainly had possession of the ball as he looked to lateral that ball back to William Gay.
The Steelers have exhausted every avenue. First and goal, Packers at the Pittsburgh 2. Lacy, touchdown.
New life for the Green Bay Packers. They take advantage of it, regain possession of the ball, and what do? The smart thing, give it to your bell cow back, Eddie Lacy, to power it in for a touchdown. And that's exactly what happens here. Look at Josh sitting on the kick out. Lacy underneath for 6.
Lacy with his second touchdown run today. Earlier of 14 yards, that one for 2. And as you can see, a team rookie record in the long history of Packer football.
One might ask if falling in the draft really invigorated Eddie Lacy to get himself ready to do exactly what he's doing. Turn in the best rookie performance by a running back in Green Bay Packer history.
Last year at Alabama, he had 17 touchdowns and over 1,300 yards on the ground. The extra point, Crosby, 21-17, Green Bay. Two teams fighting to stay alive in the playoff race.
Audiences are raving about Grudge Match.
You messing with me?
You messing with me? No, I ain't messing with you, you geriatric.
Boom, boom, boom. Hey, we're just here to buy a little dinner. You don't have to punch everything.
Grudge Match, rated PG-13, Christmas Day.
Feel the beat of the NFL with the Bose Cinemate 1SR. One speaker under your TV and a wireless bass module give you powerful sound that makes game day even better. Bose, game-changing sound.
So what's better, bigger or smaller? Now, let's say a friend invites you over and they have a really big, really fun pool. And then another friend invites you over who has a much smaller, less fun pool. Which pool would you rather go to?
Does the big pool have piranhas?
I believe so.
Does it have a dinosaur that can turn into a robot and chop the water like a karate ninja?
Yeah. Why would it not?
It's not complicated. Bigger is better, and AT&T now covers more than 99% of all Americans.
In the nation, we know how you feel about your car. So when coverage really counts, count on Nationwide Insurance. Because what's precious to you is precious to us. Just another way we put members first. Because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation.
Nationwide is on your side.
CBS Thursday. Laugh along with The Big Bang Theory. Now a double Golden Globe nominee.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Warner Brothers Pictures' Grudge Match in theaters Christmas Day. And by Wells Fargo, wishing you a magical holiday.
Lacy with his second rushing touchdown today. And just some housekeeping. It was McClendon, as Solomon said, who did get a hand on that kick by Crosby. We saw that the player's knee had gone down after Pittsburgh had blocked it and retrieved the ball. That was Clark. This is Felix Jones, who was tripped up on the play after a 24-yard return by reserve tight end Ryan Taylor. Let's take you to New York.
Detroit knows a lot to riding, Boomer. Well, they've come out in the second half and played really well. Here goes Theo Riddick. He's going to go in from 2 yards out. Detroit's then going to go for 2. They convert that. They take a 7-point lead, 20-13.
9:33 left in regulation. Kevin and Solomon.
Detroit Lions trying to keep their playoff hopes alive, Kevin, after that debacle on Monday night.
Boy, they had a chance. That opportunity slipped right away with Cutler out in Chicago and Rodgers out in Green Bay. They were there, and they could not grab hold on to the... Oh, and hurdling is Bell into the secondary and finally stopped at the Green Bay 42. A 25-yard return. Looking like Ronaldo Nehemiah hurdling defenders and racing for 25.
Kevin, you know I like running backs who stay on the ground, but this was just too pretty to pass up. Take a look at this. We told you that he needed to gain some of that resiliency. He put the ball on the ground, got the stop for his defense, but he has come out renewed. And look at that, just an incredible play by the rookie running back.
Right over Morgan, Burnett, and Bell again. Running into Wheaton, he's got over 100 yards today. It's the first time in a long time. It's a gain of 3 right there, and the rookie out of Michigan State claws his way for 3. And look at how many games it's been since this team has had a 100-yard rusher.
23 consecutive games. Are you kidding me? The Pittsburgh Steelers, team that sort of defines the ability to run the ball with great toughness, and they go out and draft a big physical back like Le'Veon Bell, and he puts an end to that.
With the Packers in the nickels, 2nd down and 7 for Roethlisberger. Bell. Ramon Foster trying to lead him away, as was Spaeth, and a gain of a yard is all they can get, and a couple guys fall on him, including Nick Perry.
Kevin, you and I, we talk about it. One thing that defines these Pittsburgh Steelers is their toughness and their resiliency. Green Bay Packers know that all too well.
Brad Jones, by the way, has returned to the game for Green Bay as a linebacker. He hurt his ankle early on, was taken out.
After the play was over, unnecessary roughness, number 90 defense for hands to the face. 15 yards will be added to the end of the play, automatic first down.
That's B.J. Raji on that Green Bay defensive line for Coach Mike McCarthy.
Raji's an experienced player. He should know better than to react. He knows it's going to cost him. Now he's got that walk over to the sideline where he's going to get an earful. Take a look at it. So Whit Wallace, 72, has the first punch, and you see Raji retaliates. Wallace actually delivered the first blow to the face of B.J. Raji.
Wallace, the third different center the Pittsburgh Steelers have had to use this season with the injury to Pouncey early on, then Velasco, and now they got Wallace as their center. Third start today. 1st and 10 for the Steelers at the Green Bay 25. Dwyer and bulldozing his way inside the 20 to the 18. What a day for Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah, some highs and lows, mostly highs. Getting to the perimeter of this Green Bay Packer defense and often to the second level. Just chewing up yardage with every single carry. And then just knifing through. This is a Lambeau leap that the Packers aren't proud of, Kevin. This kid is running the football already over 100 yards rushing.
Sanders out for the game, right knee for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So they've had to go now and use more of Marcus Wheaton. He's at the top of your screen, wide here on this 2nd down and 3. Underneath, Dwyer. And brought down by Malumba. It is a gain of 7 on the play for Jonathan Dwyer with his 7th reception of the season.
Nifty little grab by Dwyer in space to dig that one up and get up off the ground and still create yards after the catch, creating first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 11. The 25-yard run by Bell sets him up. Roethlisberger, Spaeth, Pittsburgh touchdown. His first catch, and obviously the touchdown #1 for the reserve and currently starting tight end Matt Spaeth, an 11-yard strike, and they were working on Sean Richardson.
And Richardson does the opposite of what you're supposed to do. Too deep inside the end zone. And see, watch Spaeth here. He's going to get in front of him, Kevin, but you got to defend the goal line. You can't allow Spaeth at 6'7", 260 to get in front of you. That's like a big power forward coming down with a rebound. Defend the goal line and front up the receivers, and you can prevent that pass being caught by Spaeth for a touchdown.
Pittsburgh back on top. 3rd lead change today. Suisham with 1:55 to play in the 3rd. 24-21. The Pittsburgh Steelers on his first catch of the season. A guy known more for his blocking. The tight end Spaeth grabs a key one in the end zone. Tomlin and the Steelers back on top.
Neil Lane designs for Hollywood's biggest stars.
Let's have a look. Who is it for? It's for Becky. She must be important. Oh, she is.
Now he designs for the star in your life.
Becky, will you marry me?
Yes! Neil Lane Bridal. Uniquely beautiful, handcrafted rings from Hollywood's master of vintage glamour. At Kay Jewelers, the #1 jewelry store in America.
Every woman should feel like a star.
Every kiss begins with K.
The gifts everyone wants, powered by the network that brings them all to life. That's powerful. Verizon.
CBS is the hottest broadcast network in prime time with TV's top 2 shows, the top 3 new comedies, and the #1 news program. Thank you for making CBS America's most watched network.
Ben Roethlisberger, the Steeler quarterback, has had his fingerprints all over this game for Pittsburgh today. He has thrown 2 touchdown passes. He himself with a 13-yard touchdown run. And Spaeth with his first catch, what happened to be a touchdown. He's wearing some Gauze right there on top of that four. It's been that kind of game in Green Bay today. The ensuing kickoff with the Steelers back on top. Micah Hyde from the goal line and on the move. And finally brought down, hit by Suisham, the guy that kicked off for the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's a 40-yard kickoff return by Hyde tonight on 60 Minutes. There aren't even enough kids out of middle school yet to have what this guy is offering, being recruited to be Division I college quarterbacks. Meet the man developing the next Mannings. Only on 60 Minutes tonight. Only CBS.
Kevin, the Green Bay Packers in their last two games, they have outscored their opponents 46-10 in the second half. And Matt Flynn has been on fire in the second half of these ball games. You can see not today, at least not the second half.
Only one of his last 8. Here he lines up with the first down and 10. Packers in good position. Oh, he was hitting. The ball is picked off. And there going is Cortez Allen to the house. What a play. A 40-yard interception returned by Cortez Allen. And the Steelers have gone up by 9.
One of the fundamentals of the zone blitz defense, pressure leads to picks. You get any kind of pressure on the quarterback, as Flynn was releasing the ball, and it looked like he actually got hit by one of his own guys. And that ball came out like a wounded duck. Watch Corliss, 81. Watch this right there. He thought it was a run play. He makes contact with Flynn, and then there's the ball selling up, and Cortez Allen makes a play on it and returns it for a touchdown.
It's his second interception of the season. Allen racing 40. Pittsburgh's third defensive touchdown this season. All pick sixes. And now the Suisham extra point with 1:37 to play in the third. And a 10-point Steeler lead. His first career touchdown. And what a big game to come in.
So one bad break allows the Packers to get a score. This is a bad break for Green Bay, and the Pittsburgh Steelers turn it into a touchdown of their own. So we've seen both teams capitalize off bad breaks for the other team. And wow, this one is a real tough. Self-inflicted by the Green Bay Packers as Corliss runs into his quarterback. Ball sails high. Allen picks it off and returns it for a touchdown.
The Steelers have scored 14 points in the last 18 seconds. And now Flynn and the Packers in a very familiar position, trailing in the second half, like they did last week to Dallas.
And coming into today's game, I talked to Dick LeBeau. His team is tied for second with the fewest interceptions, 8 coming into today's game. And he told me, he says, hey, interceptions become more available when you get leads on the scoreboard. Now, that one was just kind of just a bounce of the ball, but he talks about getting a lead. They have a 10-point lead now here in the third quarter. That's when they expect to be able to get more turnovers as they turn up the pressure on the opposing quarterback.
Cortez Allen with his 6th start today of this season. Dick LeBeau, who has engineered so many terrific defenses over the many years he has spent in the National Football League. His defense comes into today number 11 in the NFL. And they come up with a huge play right there with Cortez Allen getting the wobbly ball, racing 40 the other way. The third pick 6 by the Steeler D this season, and a 10-point lead. And here they go now with the kickoff to Micah Hyde.
We've had some wild things happen in this ball game so far, Kevin. We had the block kick. First, the fumble by Le'Veon Bell, and that set up the block kick by McClendon. Ziggy Hood gets an illegal batting of the ball call, even though the Steelers had possession there on the pitchback. And from there, Eddie Lacy turns it into a touchdown. And then Ben Roethlisberger, being as resilient as ever, comes back, goes right down the field, touchdown strike to Matt Spaeth. And then Corliss runs it to his quarterback, Flynn. Cortez Allen picks off the wobbly pass, returns it for a touchdown. Steelers open up a 10-point lead with bounces of the ball that very few can describe.
There was a penalty on the play. It was holding against Green Bay while we were in the midst of that replay sequence. So it's pushed back to the 15-yard line, and it's a 1st and 10. Lacy will get it with a block by Boykin. He breaks a Polamalu tackle, and then he is brought down by Will Allen and company with a flag thrown. Hayward gets a hand on him as well on a gain of 5.
Holding, number 81, offense. Half the distance to the goal. Repeat first down.
Andrew Corliss.
Wow, Corliss. Some of these mistakes are costing your football team. That's a huge penalty. Can't say enough, though, about the nifty footwork of Eddie Lacy. 230, 5'11", can move very well at the bottom of your screen. There he is right there working against Carter. There's the see, grabs him by the helmet right there. That's just holding. You got to keep both those hands inside when you're blocking on the perimeter.
6 in the secondary for the Steelers. Green Bay 1st and 17. Lacy from behind, wrapping him up. Sylvester. He called his name a lot. There's a gain of 3 by Lacy for Green Bay. You know, there are certain teams that just have this resiliency, and and that's not a good sign. Lacy.
No. Again, they do have Starks available, but yeah, that's not good. You know, he's been dealing with an ankle injury. He's missed practice time over the last couple of weeks. You have to wonder if he's tweaked an ankle that's already been injured, that they've been nursing along for the last couple of weeks.
Has 2 touchdown runs today. Now a 2nd down and 14. And it starts in there in his place and thrown him back and low, and a very tough one for Corliss, the tight end. 3rd and 14.
Yeah, that one's thrown a bit behind Corliss. Tough to haul that one in. You can see Lacy over there dealing with the pain, bothered by that ankle. But you talk about the resiliency of these Steelers.
I mean, Pittsburgh Steelers.
And I even thought the Green Bay Packers found some last week in that come from behind win. But I think it's always been a model of the Pittsburgh Steelers. The way they played last Sunday night against the Cincinnati Bengals, I just think they now have a renewed sense of energy for their football team.
Boone was in, 3rd and 14. Flynn incomplete. Looking for Boykin. Coverage on the play by Cortez Allen. 4th down, Green Bay is going to punt.
Kevin, go back, take a look at the play on Lacy. Take a look at his lower legs there. He got twisted around, and you have to wonder if someone fell on that ankle as he was being twisted and turned by Sylvester right there. And see, there's some weight of some linemen. Looked like Josh Sitton fell on his lower legs as well.
That's where a lot of guys get injured on that 2nd and 3rd effort.
Especially,
when they're,
you know, as you're being twisted and turned, and then guys are falling on you.
Mass day to punt, and Antonio Brown waving everybody off. And inside the 40, near the 37, 38-yard line, a 51-yard punt by Tim Mastay of Green Bay. Saturday, CBS Sports has an NCAA college basketball doubleheader. First, Syracuse will host Villanova, and defending champion Louisville will take on in-state rival Kentucky. All starting at 2 Eastern on the home of the men's national championship game, CBS Sports. So now Ben Roethlisberger, who has thrown 2 touchdown passes, has a touchdown run, has gotten some help from his defense, has his team 1st and 10 at the Steeler 38.
And how good has he been operating in the no-huddle offense, spreading them out. Now they're going to pack it in a little bit to see if they can let Le'Veon Bell eat clock with 9 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
And Bell at 102 rushing yards today on 18 carries. 1st and 10, Roethlisberger. Oh, it's picked off. That is A.J. Hawk coming the other way, protecting the ball, and down he goes. The Packers are still alive and kicking with a big defensive play by A.J. Hawk, their linebacker, and that is his 1st interception. A flag has been thrown. That's his 1st interception this season.
And what a beauty by A.J. Hawk.
And another turnover by the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Well timed by A.J. Hawk.
After the interception and the play was over, unnecessary roughness, number 87 of the passing team, 15 yards will be added to the end of the return. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
That was on Spaeth, who caught that touchdown pass moments ago. End of the 3rd quarter. As the screws tighten at Lambeau, the defense getting their hands on the ball today. Steelers by 10.
America's favorite feds are one big, slappy family.
You're gonna need this.
NCIS, CBS Tuesday.
The Mentalist, tonight after The Good Wife, only CBS.
Upgrade to the Philips Norelco SensoTouch 3D for the most advanced shaving experience. With Gyroflex 3D technology, you can get to those hard-to-reach places for the ultimate shave, wet or dry, guaranteed. Visit philips.com/upgrade now to save $30.
For every late night, every weekend worked, every idea sold. You deserve a Cadillac, the fastest-growing full-line luxury brand in the United States, including the all-new 2014 Cadillac CTS, Motor Trend's 2014 Car of the Year. Get the best offers of the season on our award-winning products, like the 2014 ATS and SRX. Hurry in. Offers end January 2nd.
You ever see something like this?
No, sir. This is gonna happen again. We got a rabid dog out there, and we gotta put him down. You don't pick your parents, and you don't pick your partner. You wonder if you're a bad man?
World needs bad men. We keep the other bad men from the door.
Just what is it you think we found?
Something deep and dark, detectives. Something deep and dark.
Upgrade to the Philips Norelco SensoTouch 3D for the most advanced shaving experience. With Gyroflex 3D technology, you can get to those hard-to-reach places for the ultimate shave, wet or dry, guaranteed. Visit philips.com/upgrade now to save $30.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
Roethlisberger taking a look at the pictures. He just threw a pick to linebacker A.J. Hawk of the Green Bay Packers. 10-point Packer deficit. They take over, first down and 10. At the 23 of the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's Boykin in motion. Starts in the backfield. No word yet on the injury to Lacy. And a tackle made by Cameron Hayward, a gain of 5 by James Starks.
Go back and take a look at the interception. Here's Heath Miller here. He's going to run and go over the middle of the field, and Micah Hyde is locked in man-to-man coverage. A.J. Hawk just drops back. He gets into the passing lane. Ben Roethlisberger never even sees him. See, he's locked in on getting the ball to Heath Miller. Never sees A.J. Hawk in the underneath coverage. He comes away with an interception.
Questionable return, we're just being told, on Lacy, the Green Bay running back. Here's a second down and 6 for the Packers at the 19. On the move, Flynn. Polamalu like a missile coming right at him. And the ball advanced to the 11. He picks up a first down with the run of 8. A flag is down.
And that flag came down in the backfield of the Green Bay Packers.
Holding, number 62 offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
The center, Evan Dietrich Smith.
Wow. Just as Flynn was clearing the line, looked like Dietrich Smith right there. See him there? Right there. Just grabbed Hayward, preventing him from making the tackle on Flynn. Eliminating a really good play for the offense. Mike McCarthy's trying to dial up these plays as the penalties are racking up for both teams. And you can see he's none too happy about it.
Flynn now facing second down and 16 yards to go. We're in the fourth. Green Bay needs to win and then win in Chicago next week to win the division. Flynn. And coming back shoulder throw. That's Jones. Allen was there near the 10, probably the 11.
Wow. James Jones. Watch the sleight of hands. He's working against Cortez Allen. Watch a little push off right there. See there? Just a little slight of hand there by Jones to get separation, but well timed between he and Matt Flynn to make that catch.
So it's a gain of 20 through the air. It's the first and 10 and first and goal. That's the first catch by Jones in this half, and here comes the running back who corkscrews Starks, and he takes it down to the 6 for a gain of 3.
Dick LeBeau said they had the best 1-2 punch between running backs Eddie Lacy and James Starks. Lacy goes out after tweaking that ankle, and you can see Starks picking up where he left off, just keeping the offense on schedule, giving Matt Flynn and his Packers offense balance.
Saw the red zone number, second goal at the 6. And the inverted wishbone starts. And a gain of 2. Timmons was on top. And may have been Sylvester there at the bottom who got him. And they advanced the ball to the 4.
This Pittsburgh Steelers defense, as long as Dick LeBeau has been coaching them, they've always been good at shutting down your run game. And every now and then you've got to do some misdirection stuff. Try to get out on the perimeter, allow your runner to get coming downhill, but you've got to get them on the run. You can't just knock them off the ball and come straight at them.
Kuhn is in. 6 defensive backs for the Steelers. 3rd and goal at the 4. Flynn for Boykin. The coverage by Allen.
Allen did a much better job there of getting his vision inside on the ball and being able to make a play on it. Flynn just had to throw it high. He's got to do a better job, I think, of giving Boykin an opportunity to make a play on the football. Protection holds up. 3-step drop, gets out of it. See, never kept that one in bounds where Boykin could make a play on it. He has to be frustrated with that toss.
And the Pittsburgh Steeler defense again keeps him out of the end zone. So here is Crosby with a 22-yard field goal try. Glendon had a hand on the first one, and that baby is through. 12:04 to play. The Packers creep closer, down 31-24, with heavy playoff implications at Lambeau.
Are you okay, Mom? Yes, I am.
Life insurance from New York Life can help your family keep good going.
This year at T-Mobile, make everyone's wishes come true. Give them the most anticipated gift of the holiday season. The revolutionary iPhone 5S on T-Mobile. With no restrictive annual service contracts and only 0 down. The iPhone 5S on T-Mobile, the ultimate holiday gift.
Before redeeming their Bank of America Travel Rewards points on more than just flights for their recent trip to paradise. Before they went to paradise and paid for the car rental, snorkeling, lava tour, and hula lessons. The Clarks got the Bank Americard Travel Rewards credit card, the card that allows you to redeem points on just about anything travel-related. That's the Leia of travel rewards. Apply online or visit a Bank of America near you.
Let's put the whole store in their stocking so they can do any of this. With these gift cards. Buy them online or at the Home Depot. Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot.
We make the most popular mall Santa in Pittsburgh. We make thousands of things that are more than just things. NFLshop.com.
You are watching the NFL on CBS.
Just about 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. The Packers have scored 10 points off of 2 Pittsburgh turnovers. The Steelers had the pick 6 by Cortez Allen. Green Bay just got a 22-yard field goal by Crosby. And here comes the kickoff with the Pittsburgh Steelers still alive, needing some things to happen. One thing was for Miami to lose, which they did earlier today, and the Jets won. They needed that as well. Felix Jones will watch this go over his head and whistle out of bounds through the end zone. Touchback to the 20-yard line. The Steelers are still alive. Hard to believe after their 0-4 start of the season.
Absolutely. Now they have to win both of their remaining games. And, of course, they need some help from Baltimore, Miami, San Diego. They got the help they wanted from the Jets. A lot of things have to fall in play, but more than anything, they've got to hold serve. They've got to win their last 2 games to be able to make it happen. I think it's just remarkable considering they lost their first 4 games of the season, got off to a horrific start the first half of the year.
They have Cleveland next week at home. Again, if you're joining us late, Clay Matthews hurt his thumb, which he had injured week 5. He is out for the game. Le'Veon Bell over 100 yards on the ground, drilled on the play. And he was whacked in the play by the rookie free agent Andy Mulumba, and a stop right there, 2nd down and 10.
Mulumba, look at him, just getting penetration, knifing underneath. 55, look at that. There's 3 Packers there along with Lattimore and others. good run defense.
Malumba, another one of those rookie free agents that Ted Thompson has signed that contribute right away. Second down and 10 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Bell today, 19 carries, 102 on the ground. Le'Veon Bell, and he had Malumba around his ankle and got another 2 or 3 yards and picks up 6 right there and takes the ball to the Pittsburgh 25.
Now you can see how explosive he is, Kevin, and I think he runs with good patience for a young running back. He's still a rookie. Of course, with many of these coaches, they say by the time you get to this point in the schedule of your rookie season, you're no longer a rookie. You figure like you have enough games under your belt to be able to make good heady decisions, and you can see already over 100 yards on the day for Bell.
Pack was 6 back there in the secondary. 3rd down and 4 for Roethlisberger. And off the fingertips, the coverage on the play. Hyde intended for Antonio Brown. It's 3 and out. The Pittsburgh Steelers have got to punt the ball.
I like this Micah Hyde. There he is, 33. See how he comes underneath the coverage there, but gets right back into position to make a play on the ball. Now you can grab that jersey. Well, you can't hold that because you actually slowed him up, and you can see Antonio Brown saying, "What is he doing?" But Micah Hyde, to be such a young player, I think he plays like a veteran on the back end of this Green Bay Packers defense.
And he's the number 2 punt returner in the National Football League. With the punt here by McBriar, who threw a pass and a fake earlier, which set up a touchdown. And Hyde. And out of real estate. Sylvester. 6-yard return. 38-yard punt. They're trying to stay warm at Lambeau.
The Intel-powered 2-in-1. The new guy got it for spilling coffee on his old computer. A tablet and laptop in one? You've been asking for a new computer for years. Are you going to watch things happen or make things happen? That should do it. A laptop when you need it, a tablet when you want it.
How much could somebody actually save with Family Mobile?
Walmart's lowest priced unlimited plan? It's only $39.88 for unlimited talk, text, and web.
That's unbelievable savings.
Let's crunch those numbers.
I could definitely come up with a figure. Person aged 30 to 40, living in the Northern Hemisphere. If only I had my calculator.
Think you need a calculator?
I'm just kidding. I know the number.
Own the season with Walmart Family Mobile. Only $39.88 for unlimited talk, text, and web, and no contract or credit check. Walmart.
It's time to say goodbye to the holiday sales nonsense. The Acura Season of Reason sales event. Smarter vehicles deserve a smarter event.
Visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on the TL.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. New York Life Insurance Company. And by Bud Light, official beer sponsor of the NFL.
The steady hands of our CBS cameramen battling the elements today. We thank them, as always, for these great shots from historic Lambeau in Green Bay. After the punt, 1st and 10 starts. Blocked by Dietrich Smith. Tackle made by Hayward. He swerves his way up to the 48 of the Packers and a gain of 6. I don't think Lacy's coming back. He's had a couple players walk over to him. He doesn't look like it. In fact, he's gaining some snow on those dreads.
Yeah, and he's been shaking his head as if telling players, you know, the heart is willing, but sometimes the body isn't able.
Ankle injury. He's had 2 touchdowns today, a 14-yard run by Lacy, a 2-yard touchdown run. It's 2nd down and 4 for the Packers. Now this means James starts. Sylvester had a hand on him, and Polamalu brings him down, but he gets the 1st down. Carving his way for 5 down to the 47-yard line of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, Eddie Lacy did leave his imprint on this football game. 2 rushing touchdowns on the day, slicing and dicing his way through this Pittsburgh Steelers defense. Not easy to run upon, but the big guy has got some nifty moves of powering into the end zone. It's his first 2-touchdown single game performance of the season. 100 rushing yards and setting a new rookie record for the season, breaking John Brockington's record that he set back in 1971.
Just got the first down. He'll offer a block and now go on a route. And here comes Flynn, and he's got Jordy Nelson. From behind, William Gay ushers him out of bounds. The catch and run to the 16 of the Steelers. A 21-yard pickup.
Watch Gay come all the way clear across the field, running away from William Gay. That's where Flynn finds him on the run. Nelson's been working all day to try to get open. Finally, he's able to get one and create yards after the catch, something that he does very commonly.
Leads the team in receiving. First down and 10. Starks. It's back against the grain. Following him right there, Al Woods. It's a gain of 6. Starks was the kid you remember a couple years ago. He's out of Buffalo, and he's had a history of injuries, and that really has slowed his progress. But in that Super Bowl season, when the Packers met the Pittsburgh Steelers, he was huge down the stretch in the playoffs and into Dallas.
Absolutely.
In that Super Bowl.
Helped them have that postseason run. Remember, they entered the playoffs as a wild card team. And they said that this year sort of reminds them of that 2010 season. They have a running game this year, and Starks provided it during that Super Bowl run in 2010.
That's right. They won in Philly, they won in Atlanta, and they won in Chicago in the NFC Championship. Second down and 4. Starks knifing free and down to the 2. Big run by Starks, who has a 132-yard game week 2 against Washington in his pocket this year. He works his way for 9. It's Green Bay first and goal.
Dick LeBeau told his defense this is the best 1-2 punch in the NFL. Eddie Lacy, and you see now James Starks knifing his way, punishing defensive backs at the second level. Starks nearly 50 yards rushing so far on 9 carries. So he's being very impressive as Eddie Lacy looks on.
First and goal at the 1. Kuhn is the lead back. He gets a touchdown. John Kuhn, his first rushing touchdown this season with his first leap of the year. Into the welcoming party, and the Packers an extra point away from tying the game.
If you don't think Mike McCarthy is one of the best play callers in the NFL, well, you're just not paying attention. I just love the way they sliced and diced their way on this possession. Look, they just handed underneath to Kuhn when all the defense expected James Starks to get the ball coming off tackle on the left side of their offensive line. Kuhn sneaks in through the back door. Great play calling, good sequencing by Mike McCarthy.
Packers have had 2 come from behind wins this season in the 4th, including last week in Dallas to tie Crosby at 31. What a game. With the playoffs on the line, 2 historic franchises tied at 31.
Super Bowl 48 is coming, and Bud Light is throwing you quite a show.
We'll run the spread, I'll throw the ball, we'll bring our blitz, I'll change the call, and we will be the team to win it all.
Not that kind of show. This kind of show. Use your FanZone app for your chance to unlock the ultimate VIP weekend. We're turning a luxury cruise liner into the Bud Light Hotel in New York City, where you'll party with celebrities, top music artists, and see Super Bowl 48. Download the FanZone app today. Bud Light, here we go.
The new Galaxy Note 10.1 allows you to run 2 programs simultaneously, so you can multitask like never before.
Come on, man, we're gonna make this trade or what?
It lets you check stats while you talk trades.
Hi, Mom.
Write down the details while you chat.
4 cups of breadcrumbs.
Drag and drop pictures so you can share faster.
First step.
And follow the recipe while seeing how it's done.
Right. So, celery.
Now featuring over $600 in added value, including Samsung Hub and Google Play.
I didn't choose to be part of the McDermott family. They chose me. 34 Christmases now, and let me tell you, I've seen it all. Like the year the kids found Dad's old bowling ball in the attic. Sure, they're a little wild, but when the McDermotts get together to watch something on Netflix, makes me smile.
I know what love is.
Then again, it's kind of painted on my face.
Netflix. It just might bring everyone together.
We connected a human to the information grid. Internet, Wi-Fi, satellite.
I can create a virtual snapshot in my mind.
Shoot him!
Don't be dramatic.
John Kuhn is a legend here in the Green Bay area. 8 years in the NFL, played at Shippensburg. He was waived by Pittsburgh back in 07, works his way to Green Bay. He's been a Pro Bowler, and he's playing a position that you don't hear about a lot in the NFL anymore, fullback.
Yeah, but the good coaches know how to use a good fullback who can do everything, run, block, and catch it.
Felix Jones has trouble catching it right there on the kickoff in a slip. Jarrett Bush saw that he was down, an 11-yard return. The Packers have scored 10 unanswered fourth quarter points, and we are tied at 31. Next Sunday, the NFL on CBS and the playoff push are on the same page. Doubleheader style, all games are subject to change due to flexible scheduling. Check local listings beginning with JB, Dan, Coach Cower, Shannon, and Boomer on the NFL Today, presented by Southwest Airlines. So the last two possessions for the Steelers, A.J. Hawk picked off Roethlisberger, 3 and out. And here comes Ben, tied at 31. Bell in the backfield from his 11. Bell the block, going deep and looking for Brown. And the coverage on the play by Richardson. 2nd down and 10.
Richardson and Williams, I should say, Tremont Williams in good position, running down the sideline with Brown. And here he is right here. He's going to come try to get outside, but watch how Williams just maintains leverage, staying on top, and just disrupt the receiver just enough so he can't get to the designated point to meet the ball.
They're keeping him on that outside, even in sub packages, and they've got 5 defensive backs right now. Not putting him inside, but putting him outside, putting Hyde in the slot. 2nd down and 10. Neal was coming up the middle. Antonio Brown with a good move on Jennings, and then finally brought down by Tremont Williams, chasing him from behind. That's a catch and run of 28 yards for Antonio Brown.
Wow, look at Big Ben. He was dead to right. Should have been sacked on this play, but we talk about his athleticism, ability to extend the play. Right there. Look, he peels out, finds Brown, going through his progression, and then Brown creates yards after the catch. You can never count out Ben Roethlisberger, and you can never count out these Pittsburgh Steelers.
1st and 10. Bell, a block by DeCastro, a block by Miller, and he picks and pokes his way for 4. 2nd and 6 for the Steelers as we take you to New York and James Brown.
Hey, Kevin, and playing off of Solomon, you can't count out the Cardinals.
And who's doing a better job coaching than Bruce Arians? Maybe Andy Reid, I don't know. How about Carson Palmer down to Michael Floyd? Arizona goes on to win a big one in Seattle, 17-10.
Back to Kevin and Solomon.
A place where I thought no visiting team would have success.
And I agree. Bruce Arians doing a phenomenal job, Boomer. 10 wins for the Arizona Cardinals? Are you kidding me? None of us would have thought that coming into the season.
Bruce Arians, the coach down there. He was the coach of the year, remember, a year ago with Indianapolis. 2nd down and 6. Roethlisberger dropped. Brown. Coverage there by Shields. Now 3rd down and 6. What a day it's been for Antonio Brown. Solly 6 catches, 105 yards.
Yeah, this is one that got away from him. Should have had 7. But he had slipped, had fallen down, ball thrown a little bit behind him, but nonetheless had an opportunity to catch it. Now facing 3rd and 6. They haven't been so good on the day converting their 3rd down plays.
Brown, the number 2 receiver in a single season in Steeler history. He's got the franchise record for yards in a season right now with his performance today. 3rd and 6. It's the tight end Miller, who's wrapped up by Mike Neal. Spun down, shy of a first. Gain of 5 to the 48. He needed a little bit beyond the 49.
Watch how Neal, big guy, 96, reacts in space. Look at him, gets off the block from Gilbert. Still able to close in on Heath Miller and make a tackle before he can get to the 1st down.
Now the decision, do you go for it? Do you punt? It's 4th and 1. Time is ticking off. See the timeouts, 3 apiece for both the Steelers and the Green Bay Packers.
Look like they're going to use the timeout here to determine what they want to do. There you go. He's trying to get them to pay attention. He doesn't want to get a penalty there. Saying, guys, pay attention. I'm using the timeout here. Now you have to set up, what do you do here? 4th and 1. You have run the ball very well. And with these tight ends that they have, and I think getting back a Matt Spaeth and a Heath Miller really has, I think, helped their run game to improve. Now, Ben can always check out of that play and go to a bubble screen and throw it outside if he has favorable numbers on the outside to these receivers who are very good at running after the catch. And that's why I like the fact that they're going to go for it, because they have multiple plays built in depending on what look they'll get from the Packers defense.
I think what Tomlin has had to work with, and quarterback Ben Roethlisberger has had protecting him 6 different offensive line combinations this season, and losing perhaps their best lineman early in the season in Pouncey, to work their way from 0-4 to find themselves on the doorstep of the playoffs, but needing some things to happen, and certainly a win in Green Bay.
3 different centers, are you kidding me? They're stacked in the box here.
Dwyer is in 4th and 1. They converted 4th and 2 earlier. Roethlisberger, ahead it goes to Will Johnson, hurdling for the first down. Dayton Jones got a hand on him. Flag has been thrown.
And they may get Antonio Brown blocking downfield before the ball was even thrown.
Well, they're pointing to Green Bay.
Let's see if there was holding on Antonio Brown.
And what a conversion this would
Prior
be.
to the pass, holding number 38 defense. A penalty's declined. Result of the play, first down.
Tramon Williams, and it was Will Johnson who caught his 7th pass of the season, and it came at a big time.
Yeah, there's Tramon Williams right there, matched up against Antonio Brown. That's where the holding occurred. And here is the play right here. Nice pass. It's a good, well-designed play by Todd Haley to generate the first down.
1st and 10. Pittsburgh 2 timeouts. Le'Veon Bell. Not a whole lot there, and it's a gain of a yard, and I think at the bottom of the pile was Mike Neal, who grabbed his ankle, and Neal is down at the 45.
Yes, he is, and we already showed you him making some really good plays on this possession by the Steelers.
With an injury timeout, we step aside.
The best deals don't beg for attention. Visit the Acura Season of Reason sales event to see the winners of the 2013 Edmunds.com Best Residual Value for Luxury Brands. Smarter vehicles deserve a smarter event.
Visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on the TL.
Honestly, my kids are hard to impress. So I got the Windows Nokia tablet. It's, well, impressive. It's got the brightest HD screen, super fast 4G LTE, so my son can play games and movies almost anywhere. And it's got Office for school stuff. But the best part, I got the Lumia 928 for my daughter for free, with the best low-light smartphone camera this side of the North Pole. Dad for the win.
Your world will burn.
Our land has fallen to darkness. They will test our will. Whatever you see, whatever happens, there is no turning back.
47 Ronin, rated PG-13.
Don't miss the hit drama NCIS Los Angeles, CBS Tuesday.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Verizon. Never be without football with NFL Mobile from Verizon. And by Universal Pictures' new film, Lone Survivor, starring Mark Wahlberg, in theaters January 10th.
The Green Bay defensive lineman who was down, Mike Neal, walked off under his own power. Pittsburgh Steelers took over on their own 11. 7:14 left. Upcoming is the 8th play of the drive. 2nd down and 9. They have converted a 4th and 1 on this drive near midfield. Packers in the fourth quarter have scored 10 unanswered to come back in time. Play clock at 6. Bell, DeCastro will lead the way. Finding his way, Malumba makes the stop on a gain of 3. They'll place him at the Green Bay 42.
And you see Ben working that no huddle, having to communicate over the crowd noise, and not checking out of those run plays. We talk about that. Tony Romo did it so much, where DeMarco Murray had 134 rush yards against this Packers defense. Most of that came in the first half. I think it's important for Ben to stick with the run game, continue to give it to Le'Veon Bell, and hope he can break one against this defense.
Dayton Jones has come in, the number 1 pick by Green Bay on the defensive line, 3rd and a short 6. Bell short, incomplete. Hawk with the coverage. 4th and 6.
Wow. I know Ben wishes he had a better throw there to Le'Veon Bell. Threw it behind him and low. As you're running away from the quarterback, those are the difficult ones to haul in when they're low and behind you as you're running away from the passer.
They are going to punt. McBriar is out there, and Hyde awaits inside the 10. On the field, the wind doesn't seem to be a factor. Great English. And up to the 8-yard line. A 33-yard, well-placed punt by veteran Matt McBriar, who earlier in the game had a fake punt pass of 30 yards, which eventually led to a touchdown run of 13 yards by Ben Roethlisberger. All a part of a huge scoring third quarter for the Steelers.
And now Matt Flynn comes on, 3 minutes to go in this ball game. He kept their season alive, resuscitated it with a 23-point come-from-behind win on the road against the Dallas Cowboys, scoring 34 points in the second half. And now all they need is 3. All they need is just 1 more point than the Pittsburgh Steelers, and eat clock and get points on the board to try to take a lead.
Again, Eddie Lacy is out with the ankle injury, and just something to tuck away. Crosby has hit 5 field goals from 50 yards or beyond this season. Had a 57-yarder against Dallas last week, but of course indoors. Flynn, crumbling pocket, and brought down by Brett Kiesel. His 3rd sack of the season, and the 3rd sack today by the Pittsburgh Steelers, and down he goes at the 5.
It's an excellent controlled rush. Look, they get up the field there, and then Whirls, you can see at the top, but then Kiesel, he'll just peel right back in and wait for Flynn to come to him. But it was Whirls who came off the other side, forcing Flynn to step up in the pocket.
Kiesel missing 4 of the last 5 games with plantar fasciitis. 2nd down, 13 for Flynn. Jones. Good tackle in the open field by Ike Taylor, allowing only a gain of 5, and he gets to the 10.
Ike Taylor, one of the better tackling cornerbacks in the National Football League. You can see that was as sure a tackle as you're going to see in the open field by any cornerback.
Looks like they're going to let it go down to the 2-minute warning, and they do. And Mike McCarthy with the decision on 3rd and 8, tied at 31 against the Steelers.
Santa Claus did come to town on a Sunday. Missed the game, but it's all worth it to see the smile on his face.
Fight fear of missing out on football. Download NFL Mobile and get every touchdown on Sunday afternoons with NFL Red Zone on your smartphone, exclusively from Verizon.
Don't think we don't know who you are.
Yeah, I'm Aaron Rodgers.
No, that's not it. You're that State Farm discount double check guy.
Discount double check.
Save with the discount double check today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Oh, there's a river that winds on forever. I'm gonna see where it leads. To the ends of the earth, would you follow me?
Let love shine. The Celebration Collection. Expertly cut, exceptionally brilliant. Zales is the diamond store.
They are only 9 years old, and by age 12, Division I colleges are already recruiting them to be quarterback. What makes them so special? 60 Minutes, tonight.
Celebrate the People's Choice with Michael Weatherly, Kaylee Cuoco, Sandra Bullock, Christina Aguilera, LL Cool J, and One Republic. The People's Choice Awards live Wednesday, January 8th.
For those of you expecting to see 60 Minutes, you're watching the NFL on CBS. The game between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Green Bay Packers. Tied at 31. 60 Minutes will be seen in its entirety immediately following this game, except on the West Coast, where it'll be seen at its normally scheduled time. 2 minute, 3rd and 8. Flynn. He got away from one. And he's getting a blind. He fumbled the ball, and Kiesel may have vacuumed it in. And it is a fumble by the quarterback, and the Steelers have picked it up. They have gotten the ball at the Green Bay 17.
There's a flag down in the end zone, and Matt Flynn can only hope will it negate the costly fumble.
Ruling on the field is the offense fumbled. The defense recovered. Holding number 69 offense. That penalty will be declined. Result of the play, first down Pittsburgh.
Wow.
The second Green Bay turnover, a pick six by Allen earlier, a Kiesel fumble recovery right there on a 3rd and 8 run by Matt Flynn.
And the hustling Troy Polamalu. Leave it up to him. But was his knee down, Kevin? Now let's take another look at this one before the ball. Look, there's a knee down. The ball, hard to determine if the ball had come out by the time the knee was down. He's hit by Polamalu.
Anything inside 2 minutes, of course. It's his booth review,
Yeah,
so there's no need to challenge by either coach. If it is a fumble, and it appears as though, with it knocked away by Polamalu, his 5th forced fumble of the season, #1 in the NFL on a career high, and a timeout.
The Intel-powered 2-in-1. The new guy got it for spilling coffee on his old computer. A tablet and laptop in one? You've been asking for a new computer for years. Are you going to watch things happen or make things happen? That should do it. A laptop when you need it, a tablet when you want it.
I'm burning up the track, chasing fame, and it's a second ahead. I'm on fire, and victory is in my hands.
Grab hold of our spiciest new tastes and pull to win millions of prizes with a chance to win one of thousands of Xbox One entertainment systems.
I came in a customer, but I leave a legend.
There's something for everyone to win at McDonald's.
And now my journey across the country's brought me to the lovely city of Boston. Cheers. And seeing as it's such a historic city, I'm sure they'll appreciate that Geico's been saving people money for over 75 years. Oh dear. I've dropped my tea into the Boston Harbor. I guess this party's over.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Well, obviously a very big review here to see if Matt Flynn indeed fumbled for Green Bay on a run, and if it was, the Steeler offense will have it at the Green Bay 17.
After review, the ruling on the field stands as called. First down, Pittsburgh.
It is a fumble by Flynn. It is his second turnover, and Polamalu is the one who jarred it free.
And watch the left knee. The right knee never touches, and the ball's out by the time the left knee hits the ground. Brett Kiesel, he scoops it up. But a hustling Troy Polamalu. People talk about whether or not these defenders for this Pittsburgh Steelers defense are too old. They have 4 starters who are north of 31 years old. Brett Kiesel and Polamalu making plays right there.
It is 1st and 10. Hawk wrapping his wrists and his arms around the waist of Bell on a gain of 2. Green Bay had all 3 timeouts, and they burn one right here. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Steelers at the Packer 15.
Season on the line, you got to use them. You got to try to stop this clock, see if you can force them to kick a field goal. And once they get it, you'll still have some time to work with if you're Mike McCarthy.
The Steelers controlled the third quarter with 21 points. Green Bay had 10 unanswered in the fourth quarter to tie the game at 31. We've had a pick 6 by Cortez Allen. We've had Roethlisberger with 2 touchdown passes and a touchdown run. Lacy has had 2 touchdown runs, but he's out now with an ankle, and the Packers waiting. Chicago will play tonight, by the way, in Philadelphia.
Yeah, and the Green Bay Packers needed to win both of their final games to clinch the NFC North Division title.
Second down, 8. The fake to Bell to the end zone for Antonio Brown, and the coverage on the play by Williams. 3rd and 8.
Last couple of throws by Ben, not as accurate as we would normally see. We saw one was underthrown to Le'Veon Bell, and look, he's open there, Kevin. That was time to get that one there, and he threw it over the shoulder as opposed to putting it right on Antonio Brown.
And with the incompletion, stops the clock, and the Packers don't have to use a timeout.
Yeah, and I think, there is some wind down there, and you have to wonder if that's getting to Ben's throws as we take a look at Matt Flynn. But, Ben is normally much more accurate than the last 2 throws we've seen from him.
Pittsburgh has taken a timeout, using their second, with a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Wow. Mike Tomlin didn't want to have to burn that one. You're helping out the Green Bay Packers now, because if you don't convert here, they'll stop the clock, force you to punt, and they'll get the ball with pretty good time left on the clock.
Here's what the Steelers had to do. They needed Baltimore to lose both, and Baltimore losing right now. Miami had to lose both, and they lost earlier today. And San Diego has to lose next week against Kansas City. That, of course, is assuming Pittsburgh has a win and a win to finish the season.
Of course, I said punt. They're going to kick a field goal on this 4th down, but he didn't want to have to burn that timeout. You want time to tick off that clock if you can't convert here.
Suisham readying on the sideline. After the Pittsburgh timeout, from the Green Bay 15-yard line, Roethlisberger 3rd and 8. Acrobatic catch is made by Bell, and on the play was Williams on a gain of 5, shy of the 1st down, but to the 10. And now it is 4th and 3 for Pittsburgh.
Well, the key thing is that he caught it. And next best thing is that he stays in bounds, forcing the Packers to burn a timeout.
It's interesting because in talking to Tomlin last night, he said the thing that we liked about him, he could run like a lot of these guys can, but he was such a good pass receiver. And you can see he just gets him 5 yards closer right there for Suisham.
And he also mentioned that his guy is 2 years younger than Eddie Lacy. Le'Veon Bell, 21 years old, was 20 coming out of college, and he's now 21. They like the fact that he's got some years left and show that he can carry the ball on every down as he did at Michigan State.
Suisham with 13 consecutive field goals made, a 28-yarder to take the lead. The holder is McBrien. The snap from Greg Warren. Flag is thrown, as you saw.
Movement off the right side looked like
it was 4th and 3 now. Now this is a huge play.
Looked like the Packers jumped and was inside the neutral zone.
Huge call. It was 4th and 3.
53 defense, 5-yard penalty.
My goodness!
That yardage is enough for a 1st down.
Nick Perry is the one that jumps.
Wow.
Did you say 43 or 53? I thought you said 53, but let's see. I could be wrong.
Here it is right there.
It was 53. It was 53. And as we said, it was Nick Perry, so he jumps. And the 4th and 3, now it is 1st down and goal. And he can work the clock down.
Absolutely. It's just, if you're going to be a playoff team, you have to be smart and be heady in every situation.
It's the 3rd penalty on Green Bay special teams. Bell, 1st and goal. The Castro block. Tackle by Richardson to the 1. On a gain of 4 by Le'Veon Bell of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Great block by DeCastro, and how about Heath Miller leading up in there, and well timed by Le'Veon Bell. He's in tune to these run plays and hugging every single block, taking advantage of every single inch up front.
To save time, and we've seen this in Packer history, the Super Bowl against Elway and Denver, do you let them score here so you've got some time to work with?
You know, and it goes against conventional wisdom, does it not? Go ahead and let them score so you can score, just to end up with the same predicament you have right now, which is a tied ball game.
You may recall they let the Broncos score in that Super Bowl so that Brett Favre at that time would have time to go back and go the other way for Green Bay.
How did that turn out?
It did not turn out well if you were for the Packers. So now at 1:28 and the Packers out of timeouts. Flynn, who fumbled moments ago on a 3rd and 8 run.
And I think that's a good question. You know, having played for Dick LeBeau in Cincinnati and in Pittsburgh, he used to teach us, make them keep snapping the ball. He said, if you make them keep snapping it, something can happen. Center quarterback exchange, fumble on the play, you never know.
2nd and goal at the 1. Bell, and he's in for a touchdown. The Pittsburgh Steelers have scored the go-ahead. Bell with the touchdown run, a 1-yard touchdown, and Pittsburgh on top with the extra point in waiting.
Well, you have to wonder if that's exactly what the Packers were doing, because that's the biggest hole we've seen up front in this Packers defense. Look at this. Now, look how many guys are really fighting to get off a block there. Not many.
Mike Neal was out, and in there was Josh Boyd on that line, a rookie for the Packers. Nonetheless, Bell adds to what has been a brilliant day with 124 rushing yards, a touchdown run, and this is a career day for him. And now Suisham will try the extra point. Packers will be without timeouts. Pittsburgh will have one. And now 38-31. Pittsburgh with 14 points off of 2 Green Bay turnovers. They've taken the lead as we take you to New York and James Brown.
Detroit's postseason hopes right here, Boomer.
Well, they're over. Here comes Josh Brown, 45-yard field goal attempt, and it is good. The New York Giants go on the road in a meaningless game for them. They win 23-20. I think that tells you how much those Giant players love their coach, Tom Coughlin.
Back to Kevin Harlan and Solomon Wilcots.
How about the Lions losing at home on field goals to Baltimore on a 61-yarder on Monday and then today?
And one might argue they were playing with house money in terms of any of the teams in the NFC North Division, with a healthy quarterback in Matthew Stafford, and it's the Bears without Jay Cutler, and the Packers without Aaron Rodgers, who are going to vie for the division crown.
If Green Bay would lose this game, they would need Chicago to lose tonight in Philadelphia, thus setting up still a very meaningful game next week at Soldier Field.
Yeah, how about that? New life is still there for the Green Bay Packers. But you get the sense that Mike McCarthy did allow them to score on that final play by Le'Veon Bell, so he can get the ball back. Out of timeouts are the Packers with 1:25 remaining in the game.
And regardless, for the Philadelphia Eagles, tonight's game doesn't mean as much as next week's game against the Dallas Cowboys, which will be for the divisional title.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
High drama in the NFL, right?
All right. Micah Hyde will get the Suisham kickoff, and here he goes. He's being chased by Allen. He's being chased by Thomas, the rookie from Iowa. Micah Hyde takes it all the way to the 30-yard line of the Pittsburgh Steelers with 1:14 to go. No timeouts for Green Bay. No yellow on the field. It is a 71-yard kickoff return, the long for the Packers this season.
I told you I like this Micah Hyde. Every time he's on the field, he's making plays, whether it's in coverage and in special teams. Look at this return. He's going to fall on the ball here. One has to wonder if he has the wind knocked out of him, as he's still on the ground, Kevin. But what a play by the rookie, Micah Hyde.
And what a time now for Matt Flynn to replicate what happened a week ago in Dallas when he drove that team with his 4 touchdown passes to a win in Texas against the Cowboys. And now with no timeouts, as Hyde will walk off. And Aaron Rodgers, who Flynn has told you that he's like an older brother, and he's been so helpful in guiding him.
He talked about Aaron Rodgers saying he's my big brother in the NFL. He served as the backup to Aaron Rodgers when he first became the starter in 2008. And Aaron Rodgers has been very helpful with Matt Flynn since he returned. And Flynn said the part with his offense that he struggled with the most, Kevin, was the running game. He said, but, you know, he spent years trying to forget this offense playing in Seattle and then in Oakland and earlier this year in Buffalo, and now he had to come back and relearn it. Aaron Rodgers part of that process, and now with 114, looks like the strategy laid down by Mike McCarthy to allow Le'Veon Bell to score may work.
Harness yourselves in. 1st and 10. Flynn, Nelson, a Corliss block and a Boykin block. Corliss was inside, blocking out someone coming in. Thus, Nelson had room to go.
Yeah, watch the block here. You see 81? Watch him. He'll turn out right there, just slightly forcing a poor angle by William Gay and allowing Nelson to catch it and run with it.
Nelson today with 3 catches and 46 yards. It is 2nd down and 3 for the Packers and no timeouts. And that is caught by Corliss. Galloping, he's breaking tackles of Will Allen and takes it down to the 5. Brought down by Ryan Clark. It's a 19-yard catch and run, and it's the 1st and goal for Green Bay.
No timeouts. Let's see if they spike it or take a shot at the end zone.
You see the clock. It's 1st and goal. Starks. Polamalu is flying through the air. He gets as far as the 1. The tackle again by Allen. A gain of 4.
What a play by Flynn to Corliss. He's able to catch and run with it, get it inside the 5-yard line. Now with clock ticking, they're going to have to take a shot throwing the football.
Oh, and someone moved. It's a 2nd and goal, and it was on the right side of the Green Bay offensive line. The clock at 20 seconds.
Surprised me they would run it because you have no timeouts. If you throw it and it's an incomplete, the clock stops automatically.
False start, number 67, offense. 5-yard penalty. That penalty also involves a 10-second runoff.
Wow.
Please set the play clock to 10 seconds. And the clock will start on my signal.
Don Barclay. There he is, 67. Both he and T.J. Lang moved.
Yeah, that's
right
what it looked like.
guard
You're
and
right.
right tackle.
It's
This could be the last play, Kevin.
2nd down and goal. You're right. They take off the 10 seconds from 20 to 10. 2nd and goal at the 6.
Clock is running.
Here it goes. Last play. Flynn. Oh, and it's incomplete. The defense by Taylor. They were going for Boykin. And the Pittsburgh Steelers have won. Yes, Pittsburgh, there is a Santa Claus, and he has just gift-wrapped a beauty in Green Bay for you, and you are still alive. The Packers as well, still alive, but they need Chicago to lose tonight.
And the penalty was costly because look, now watch Nelson here. I think he had Jordy Nelson open there, and it looked like he could have, look, back of the end zone right now. There was a window in the back of that end zone to get the ball over to Jordy Nelson. The decision by Flynn was to go to Boykin on the outside. See, clock was rolling here, and he's got to go ahead and roll that play.
Wow. What a sensational game in Green Bay today. The veteran, Ike Taylor, with the coverage. Flynn's fumble sets up the touchdown run. McBriar, the punter, on a fake punt earlier in the game. Another huge play, a 30-yard completion.
What a game.
And the Packers, with the loss, will drop to 7-1. The Pittsburgh Steelers will go to 7-8. They have now won 5 of their last 7. The Steelers have won 5 of their last 7 after beginning 0-4. A beauty in Wisconsin. Tonight on CBS, 60 Minutes, then The Amazing Race, The Good Wife, and Elementary. For Solomon Wilcots, Kevin Harlan, so long from Lambeau Field. Happy holidays, everyone. You've been watching the NFL on CBS.
Sir.
I'll get it together. I promise.
Ronnie, how happy are folks who save hundreds of dollars switching to Geico?
I'd say happier than the Pillsbury Doughboy on his way to a baking convention.
Get happy. Get Geico. 15 minutes could save you 50% or more.
CBS Sports presents the Geico Play of the Day.
The Denver Broncos squared off with the Houston Texans, but the day belonged to Peyton Manning on this 25-yard touchdown pass to Julius Thomas. Manning completed his 4th touchdown of the game, 51st for the season. The 51 touchdown passes in a single season breaks the all-time NFL record previously held by Tom Brady. The Broncos clinched the AFC West.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
So what's better, bigger or smaller? Bigger! Now let's say a friend invites you over and they have a really big, really fun pool. And then another friend invites you over who has a much smaller, less fun pool. Which pool would you rather go to?
Does the big pool have piranhas?
I believe so.
Does it have a dinosaur that can turn into a robot and chop the water like a karate ninja?
Yeah. Why would it not?
It's not complicated. Bigger is better, and AT&T now covers more than 99% of all Americans.
That's a nickel, and that's a dime. Keep them in your pocket. You won't be needing them with us. At Southwest, low fares never mean low service. If it matters to you, it matters to us.
CBS Sports thanks you for watching this presentation of the National Football League. Don't miss Person of Interest, Tuesday at 10/9 Central, only CBS.
It's a game for madmen. I'm the biggest madman of them all.
He is football royalty.
What the hell's going on out here?
A man who demanded winning.
The Green Bay Packers have won the championship.
He wanted every ounce of ability you had, and he wouldn't stop until you gave it to him.
The most revered coach of all time.
Men respond to leadership in a most remarkable way. Once you have won their hearts, they'll follow you anywhere.
Vince Lombardi, A Football Life, Part 1, Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network.
If you've got your crew in Miller Lite, you've got Miller time.
Hey, can we get a round of Miller Lite?
Sorry, just ran out. Something else?
Come on, really?
But what if one of your crew is Chuck Liddell?
Hello? Hey, we don't have a reservation.
Right this way.
Welcome.
Welcome. Sure wish we could play.
Here you go. Here. Thank you. Thanks. We'd like to use flash photography.
That's not a problem.
We'd like to ride a dolphin. We'd love to stay closer.
It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
The Yukon was 4,650 miles. I had nothing in my pocket, but I had to go home.
Only a handful of men are gonna walk out of here rich.
This place kills.
Man always has a choice.
You either leave with the gold or with your soul.
We might just have a chance.
For the holidays, receive $100 off a Galaxy Gear with the purchase of a new Galaxy Note 3 or Galaxy S4.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.